very strange experience last night. So I was falling asleep. I had like a sleep paralysis. Felt as if my entire body levitated out of my bed. And I went right up into the sky and passed out. Like through the roof. It was almost like a Wizard of Oz experience where the house kind of just flies away. And I felt this overwhelmingly intense sensation this morning of disdain, disgust for humanity, or the lack thereof, rather, in humanity. And as if a lot of people just couldn't see something beautiful for what it is and appreciate it. And that's how they treat each other. As if they don't see the beauty inside each and every one of us. Each individual has something unique and special about them to offer. And just like the way a lot of the world doesn't appreciate the art that I'm trying to sell, doesn't even bother to look at it, doesn't even bother to subscribe, maybe bother to look at some of my videos that I found absolutely like trivial and nonsensical. Those got thousands and thousands of views, but very few people. And I know some of the prices are high, but I lowered them. Seem to be interested in the beautiful art that I'm trying to sell, just so they could care less about how to make the world a better place. And it's not to become consumed with another's sorrow, but it's at least to have some type of empathy, compassion, some sort of generosity, and effort to do what's in our power to make things better for someone else. Just because you can, just because you were there. And quite frankly, there's very few things in life where one can say, oh, well, I had nothing better to do. But, well, there's very few things in life where one can say, hey, we're too busy, couldn't be bothered, or had better things to do. That helps someone else, especially if they were aware that they needed what good Samaritan the whole. I've watched people almost die in front of me. I don't know how many times, and found myself grabbing them and pulling them and just doing what anyone else would do to rescue someone from being hurt or injured or killed. And I feel like that's just like the right thing to do, rather than just sort of just watch and say nothing. And that's what people are doing as our planet is fucking dying. It's some fascist from the fucking Howard Stern show who has no clue what he's talking about. He's running for president. 46% of people polled in America would vote for him. I don't hear a lot of people talking about that, and honestly, President Joe Biden, dude, it's time to let someone else run for president. You need to step down. Donald Trump, you need to step down. Putin needs to step down. And people need to come to the table and say, hey, we've had enough of this shit. We're getting fucking richer. And people who are struggling and didn't have a pension or a degree or career to think of, and now have no family, shouldn't have to wake up feeling that they want to go out and kill people, or enlist and go fight terrorists and shit. That's how I feel. Like, I would get in a helicopter right now, suitcase of money.
I'll go for it. Let me loose on those motherfuckers right now. I'm at that point where
I've done the best I could by my mom and dad, by my family and my friends and everyone else, and I still have my strength. I still got 2 strong legs.
I know how to shoot, and honestly, like, there's a lot of bad shit going on. And when I look at the head of the snake, you know, and I look at people, like, I met the Koch brothers, and they're guilty of causing cancer for so many people. And I've met people who are responsible for spewing pollution throughout this fucking place, radioactive, toxic waste, and they can give 2 shits because they're fucking
wealthy. And then they say, oh, well, look at the
good things I'm doing for the community. Look how much money I have. Look how much I've helped my family. Okay? Look how much they donated with their philanthropy. It's all fucking bullshit. Everyone else is fucking
struggling still, and most people will.
Unless we tax these billionaires and we get them to make universal solar energy legislation. I'm so disgusted at the way the past,
I don't know, 50 years of my life was spent chasing money or surviving, watching as brought me into this world, struggled with money. And it shouldn't have to fucking be like you have to struggle just to make ends meet. It shouldn't have to be that way. And people say, oh, well, you should have done this or do that. No. Not everybody is born with a silver spoon in their fucking mouth, or knowledge about the stock market, or cookie cutter, just like everybody else. Life happens. My life, the things that happen to me have led up to this exact moment for a reason. Things are the way they are, and it's been very hard for me sometimes. Feel optimistic, happy, and joyful. In this country, it seems fucking miserable. People in fucking New York do not seem happy. People don't seem, this is like not a good time in this country. I've never seen more of like a blasé, unenthusiastic, mostly broke people. And then the other side, very hostile, with a small group of people who give a fuck because they have a ton of fucking money. Everything's honky fucking dory for them. And everybody else is stupid because they're not rich like they are. And that's the attitude of the upper class. It's disgusting. It's fucking gross, man. These are not generous fucking people. These are not people who appreciate art or music. They just appreciate fame and power and building more wealth upon themselves to make themselves feel more important and powerful. And these are kinds of fucking people who should not be running for office. Period. These are not intellectuals. And a fucking businessman should not be running for president of the United States either. We need to have someone who understands democracy, who's a scholar. Hey, vote for me. Ollie, every day's an Ollie day. I'm already getting fucking gray hair and stressed out over this shit, so might as well be president or head of the fucking CIA or something. Fuck that motherfucker up over there in Russia. It's funny, most Russians are big third-time dudes. Give this little motherfucking measly little fucking and a murderer it's written all over somebody, okay? Was killed with their own hands, pubic beans and shit. That motherfucker is a cold-blooded killer, man. And you should see when he meets with all the parliament there in Russia, how scared everybody is of him. And you know what? I'm American, and I wouldn't be surprised if people saw this video and tried to send some Russians after me to kill me. Bring it on, motherfuckers. Because I'd be that person. To go right there in the Kremlin, in Moscow, walk right up to that motherfucker and blab him solve a lot of the problems that we have going on right now in Ukraine. And it breaks my heart to meet broken families from Ukraine
snowflake they call us, New York, whatever. And we're the communist state. You know, they really do want to start a fucking civil war, man. They really do. And I'm all for international diplomacy, but let's face it. Certain people were just crawled out from a rock, literally in a cave underground, reading some fucking 1,000-year-old book, okay, that says, you shouldn't smoke hashish, it makes you drunk, and you should, practice Sharia law, and what else? Kill someone else because they're not Muslim, because they're an infidel. And they take that shit verbatim, out of context. There was a story of survival a long time ago, okay? And that's what those were, stories about what happened. It doesn't mean that that's how shit should be now in the future, okay? You don't treat women like that. You don't make them wear a hijab, habib.
You don't do shit like that to people. You don't start going around telling people they shouldn't drink alcohol, they shouldn't drink pork, and
they shouldn't smoke weed. Telling other people what the fuck they do.
You know? And it's a cultural thing. I get it. There's reasons that,
hey, certain people shouldn't be drinking alcohol. Certain people shouldn't be using certain substances. It's not for everybody. But this method of madness has been used to control people even in this fucking country with our drug laws, with our own policy towards mental health, towards homelessness, towards immigration. This is a sick fucking system, and it's broken, and the way to fix it is with universal solar energy legislation. You'll see pockets of money and resources and food and clean water and energy pop up in third world countries. So not a single motherfucking refugee would be knocking on our door saying, oh my God, please let me in. I'm sorry, I didn't have time to go to the embassy. But yeah, they killed my whole fucking family. You know, I mean, come on, man. You know, and most white people, there's like, oh, the fucking immigrants, you know. You gotta be fucking, you're white. You're white. This is America, North America. It's not Europe. You're a fucking immigrant, descendant of an immigrant who came here seeking a better life for one reason or another. And it bothers the living shit out of me when I see someone who doesn't look like me, okay, white with fucking blue eyes, doing all that Nazi shit, voting for Trump. Especially if you're black or you're Jewish or Asian, you're gonna vote Republican, really? You gotta or Latino, okay? In the eyes of these racist fucking people, oh yeah, they like to get your vote, but the minute they get in office, the first fucking people who are going to lose their rights and equality are Latinos, blacks, and Jews. First off, they're fucking Nazis, they're fascists, and I've worked in the fucking contracts department for the mayor of New York City for Bloomberg almost for 5 fucking years talking on the phone to these people. 90% of them are complete fucking asshole criminal gangsters and wannabe gangster criminals who were coattail riders and inherited a lot of money from different countries around the world, not just America. And they're all full of shit. They can give a fuck about everybody else. They're just me, my money. Oh, here, I gave $150 this year to philanthropy. That's nothing. If you have a few $100 billion, you could give $150 million away every day to somebody. And it would not even affect your fucking portfolio in a noticeable way at all. Oh, what do I know? Oh, what do I know? I just have a bachelor's degree, right? Je connais des trucs. Je connais des trucs. Je sais très bien qu'est-ce qui se passe dans le monde. Et j'en ai marre de tout ça. J'en ai marre de mon pays, j'en ai marre des États-Unis. J'aime bien mon pays, mais j'en ai marre des gens ici et l'ambiance ici. Il n'y a pas la joie de vivre ici. It feels like, unless I'm at a festival or a rock concert, it really kind of sucks in the United States. Just to be honest with you, unless you're out in nature with your family and friends, it ain't like the Beach Boys kind of made it seem like California. It just ain't like that, and people here are so divided, and it's bugged the fuck out.